Things out in the SAC as Carroll clashes with Bishop Dwenger, both coming off their biggest wins of the season. It's the Saints at the Chargers in our signature matchup. Carroll fired up and ready to go on its home turf. Chargers on the move first as Gabe Freisinger scrambles and finds Jayden Van Pelt open down the sideline for a nice pickup to move the chains. Carroll drive stalls as Corbin Dempsey puts one through the uprights to put the Chargers on the board. Saints turn now as Henry Jordan rolls out and throws across the field to Beckham Russell, who makes the grab and races down the sideline before he's taken out of bounds. Dwenger forced to kick the field goal as well as Lucas Wynn sends it right down the middle to tie the ball game for the Saints. A little later, Carroll back to work as Freisinger looks and launches deep downfield to Van Pelt, who hauls it in here for the spectacular grab for the 53-yard gain. Next play, Freisinger trying to go back to the air, but can't find anyone, takes off, and he's dragged down by A.J. Shefferly as Dwenger wins the defensive slugfest 9-6.
Another exciting matchup tonight. Unbeaten Northrop take on Homestead as they celebrate their brand new track underneath the lights. Spartans bring the heat for their week, opening their quarter. Homestead quarterback Logan Frieden drops back, sees his man, and lets it fly downfield to Liam Moore. Moore takes it all the way for the touchdown, and Spartan strike first, and they're fired up. Soon after a handoff to Shane Bardwell, he bursts through the gap, picks up a big first down, and just a few snaps later, he finds the end zone and makes two quick scores for Homestead. But Northrop starts to settle in. Quarterback David Callison launches one to Maddox Wheel, moving the chains for the Bruins. Second quarter now, Callison escapes the pressure, rolls out, and finds Ashantis Reynolds. Reynolds hits the sideline, and he's gone, cutting the deficit 13-7. And the Spartans and Bruins battle into overtime, but end 42-36.
And a big crowd on hand at Spooler Stadium as Snyder hosts Wayne. Panthers on the move at the end of the half as Amari Buchanan gets the rock and runs right up the gut before he's finally brought down after picking up the first down. That leads to this field goal try for Mang Tung as he sends it right on through for another 3 points to put Snyder up 24-0 at the half. Wayne trying to get something going out of halftime as Jace White unloads a rocket deep downfield to Jason White, and he can't haul it in for the Generals. Panthers back to it as Jaywin Harris avoids the sack and gets it out to Owen Dodson for a nice pickup. That leads to this Wildcat formation here and an easy 1-yard touchdown for Jordan Davis as Snyder wins it at a 31-18 final.
Bishop Luard stretching and locked in for the second half against Southside, and right away first play back in action. Javon Irby fielding the punt, and he makes one man miss, then another, and just when you think he's going down, he breaks free. With blockers out front, Irby turns on the Jets and takes it all the way to the house. A huge swing for the Archers, down to 12-14. Next drive, Knox Johnson with the handoff to Terrence Epperson. He slices through the defense and keeps on fighting for the Knights. And Epperson's not done yet. Later, he finds the edge and picks up another first down and runs right off the field, pumped up. Southside shows some fight on defense, including a key pass deflection to slow things down. But in the end, the night belonged to Lures, and Knights close it out and take down the Archers 21-12.
And rounding out the SAC over at Chambers Field, Northside battling Concordia. No score here in the first as Jaden Rivers looks downfield and tosses it up for Malik Moore, who makes the grab in the back of the end zone for 6 as the legend strikes first. Northside back to work as Rivers dumps it off to Moore. He finds a lane and no one will stop Moore here as he takes it all the way to the house for the 58-yard catch and run touchdown, put the Legends up 2 scores. It's a 35-0 Northside lead in the final minutes and the first half as the Cadets trying to make something happen as Eli Trent rolls out and reaches for the goal line. And that's a Concordia touchdown, but the Legends still win it big, 49-14.
And West Noble's fired up underneath the lights at their home against Angola. Hornets early on, quarterback Brady Ravis looks downfield. Nothing there, so he pivots and finds Tyler Ruppel on the move. Ruppel slips through for the big first down. A few plays later, Ravis in traffic hands it off to Hawk Hasselman, and he powers his way through the defense into the end zone for the first score of the night. West Noble answers back as Trey Schischler fakes the throw and hands it to Brogan Parks. Parks breaks the tackle, fights for extra yards, and won't be denied. He's in for 6, tying things up at 7, and the celebration is on. And the Chargers keep it coming. This time Schischler keeps it to himself, cuts upfield, and he's into the end zone to put West Noble on top. And West Noble never looked back, holding that lead and closing it out 28-14 against Angola.
And a beautiful night for football at Churubusco as the Eagles welcome Eastside. Busco with the ball and the lead in the second half as Brody Lawrence rolls out and tosses it up for Brett Christinger, and he makes the grab before he's crushed by two defenders. Eagles knocking on the door as Lawrence calls his own number and punches it in for the touchdown. The two-point try fails and Busco leads 19-7. Blazers looking to answer the call as Job Richmond takes the QB keeper for himself, finds a seam, and he's off to the races, making some moves before the Eagles finally get him down just outside the red zone. A few plays later, Eastside looking to score as Richmond does it himself once again and runs right into the end zone for the short yardage touchdown. But Busco still picks up the win in a 19-14 final.